I chat. YouTube brain on. YouTube brain on. Say hello, YouTube chat. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. This was my previous tier list for the season 24.5. So I'm just gonna use this one as a template for the next one, since we did have an upgrade. And I'm just gonna start from the bottom. I'll start from the bottom. So Devotion. It was a C tier in the previous patch. Now the question is though, I don't know how to do with turbocharger and without. I don't know how to like do that, to be honest. How do the with turbocharger and without? I'm just gonna put weapons as they're maxed out, to be honest. If people want explanations, they have to watch the fucking video. Like, that's basically it. Devotion got a massive buff, you can see here. You can see new perk, equipping a purple tier barrel, stock and mag will turbocharge the Devotion, reduce the spin-out time. Improve the scaling with high tier barrels, with basically no recoil. Improve the scaling with high tier stocks, just makes it faster to hide, and then 4 more bullets. But the big change is the turbocharger. The turbocharger is huge. The turbocharger is a really good. Really good. I wish they would have done the same for the Havoc. We'll get to that later, but yeah, the Devotion goes from the worst gun in the game to one of the best ones. And this is maxed out, like, turbocharged Devotion. Turbocharged Devotion is S tier. However, I would say non-turbocharged Devotion is like B+. I would personally only play the Devotion if you have maxed out attachments and turbocharged. I don't think you touch it if you don't have that. I think it's B+ without, but S tier with maxed out. And then we have the Re 45 next up. I think the Re is in the same spot. Nothing's gonna change. It's still in the exact same spot. Nothing changed. It can stay in B tier. Same with alternator. Nothing's happened to the alternator. It can stay where it is. It's just garbage, to be honest. The thing is, I think a lot of guns are like decent in the game right now, to be fair. There's not a lot of bad guns in the game. Like, all other guns are very strong. Longbow got Skull Piercer, and I think with Skull Piercer, the gun is probably A+. If you don't have Skull Piercer, then I think it stays in B+. But that's the thing, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing maxed out. Like, all the guns are maxed out, right? Like, with gold attachments and everything. But I think a floor longbow, like, sure, floor longbow is still really good because you get 2-tap a white armor, like headshot body, and you kill a guy. So floor longbow is still really good against white armors. But if you don't have Skull Piercer on a longbow, then it's really bad. So Mastiff did get accelerator. I still think the Mastiff is dog shit and is one of the worst accelerator weapons. But I mean, it kind of has to go into fucking BA, like, with accelerator. Like, it gains more value as a weapon by getting the accelerator, so it has to go up there. Car, nothing changed for the car. I still think car is like A tier, around there. It should be fine. And then you have R301. Nothing's changed for the R301. It's still in the exact same spot. It's still pretty underwhelming. I'd throw down the R301. Like, I'll throw it down. It's a fucking pea shooter. It's one of the most comfortable guns in the game. It has a very easy recoil. It's fun to use, but it just doesn't do any damage. Like, it genuinely just doesn't do any damage. I'm just gonna throw it down there. Like, nobody uses that fucking gun. Flatline, I think Flatline is better than R301. It's more versatile. It works close range. It's got a decent medium range. I'm a Flatline enjoyer overall. And then we have Sentinel. Sentinel just gained accelerator, and that makes it a very strong weapon. I'm gonna put this top of A+. I don't think the Sentinel is S tier, but it is gonna be used a lot. Like, the Sentinel is gonna be used a lot because of the accelerator. I don't think the Sentinel is getting used a lot in ranked right now because people have kind of like said, fuck the accelerator weapons. Most characters don't need them in ranked. But the Sentinel will be getting used a lot in comp because it is the best accelerator weapon. So all the characters that needs their ulti will play Sentinel. Characters like Fuse, characters like Ballistic. Ballistic will have probably Devo in a sling for the accelerator, but if you don't have Devo in your sling, if you have Rampage in your sling, then you need Sentinel as your main so that you get the accelerator. Because accelerator is incredibly important. However, you need accelerator in comp for like characters that are heavy on ultimates. But in ranked, not so much. Because the main characters right now, Alter, Ashe, don't need it. Like, Ashe plays double dash, so they don't need it. Alter doesn't need it either to put on TPs. The only guy that needs it is like Ballistic, but Ballistic can play Devotion for the sling, so in ranked, it doesn't really matter. But in comp, Sentinel will get used a lot. Next up, we have Triple Take. triple take just turned into a care package weapon, and I will say the triple take is kind of mid when it comes to the long range. It is like old triple take, it's not great. However, when you enter the medium to close range area, the triple take shoots really fucking fast. It feels like you're shooting like an automatic sniper, like it's so fast. It has like the fire rate of a scout, but it does like 69 damage per bullet. So definitely S tier, S plus as a like care package weapon. Alright, Spitfire. Nothing changed for the Spitfire. I think it stays and it is like A tier. It doesn't move anywhere. I still think it's in the same spot. Literally nothing changed about it, so I don't think the placement changes either. Charge rifle. Charge rifle is harder to pair now. I still think charge rifle build select fire is pretty strong, so it can stay in the A+, even though it's harder to pair it. You could play like charge rifle devotion if you have a gold devotion, but it's just like hard to find the attachment for it. But I do think a select fire gold charge rifle is A+, but I think a non one is B+, in my opinion. It's kind of weak. I don't know. Not a lot of people will be playing charge rifle, so I'll put it down to A. Honestly, yeah, I'll put it down to A, even though it's fucking select fire. Hemlock. Hemlock did get a small buff shot. Hemlock get a small buff. Increased headshot damage by 2, and then it got previously one more mag size per mag. I don't like the gun is still not meta. It's nowhere near the Nemesis, but it can stay in A+. Like A+ is still decent. I don't think it's an S tier weapon. It can stay in the A+. R9, however, R9. I think with the nerf to P20s, I think R9 is very, very viable. So I'm gonna move up R9 to S tier. I think R9 is S tier right now, personally. The problem with R9 is that it's like a high skill ceiling weapon. It's a high skill ceiling weapon. You need to have good aim. You need to like hit your one clips every once in a while. If you don't hit your one clips with the R9, don't play R9. Just play P20s, play Beaks. But R9 is very, very strong right now if you are good at aiming. Like genuinely. Like it is very, very good. And it's consistent. Like R9 is very consistent if you compare the P20s and the Mosams, because they don't have that like hipfire RNG bullshit that the Akimbo weapons have. Wingman, I think Wingman stays as A+, even with Skull Piercer. It shoots slightly faster, but even then it's like if you compare the Wingman to a lot of other guns, it's just underwhelming in my opinion. I think A+ is fine for it to stay. It can move up a little bit in A+, but like other than that, I don't think it's S tier. I don't think Wingman is S tier. It's solid if you get the Skull Piercer, which is like very viable. Volt, no changes to the Volt. It did lose accelerator, but I think overall it's still a decent strong weapon. Like the damage output, the consistency, I don't mind it. It can stay in the A+, to be honest. L-Star, same there, nothing's changed. It might have lost the, did it lose the, what do you call it, the gun shield? No, I don't think it lost the gun shield, right? No, it didn't. Increased vertical and horizontal movement in the recoil pattern and significantly reduced. Oh wait, what the fuck? Never mind. I just haven't touched the gun, so I haven't felt it. Like I genuinely have barely touched the L-Star. I've only shot it close range, like used it as an off-drop weapon. So I haven't played it at all. So I'll move it down, to be honest. That sounds like a bad nerf. So no, I mean I haven't seen anybody play L-Star either. Genuinely, like nobody's played L-Star. Nobody's played L-Star at all. Eva got reduced damage, but increased fire rate. And I will say the Eva feels good if you're inside someone's face. But if you're not inside someone's face, it is really, really bad. And it's kind of like an R9 where if you whiff a couple of bullets, then you're fucked. So I'm personally not a big Eva fan right now. I think the Eva is worse, definitely worse. So I'm gonna move it down from S tier and put it in A+. It's still decent. I think characters like Alter, characters like Ash, they can actually like skull fuck you, like close the distance and get really close, can be good with it. But the problem is like if you end up in anywhere in like that awkward distance where you're like 15 meters away, it's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. It only works on characters that are actually inside you. And then we have Rampage. Rampage, still a very, very good gun. Ballistic still puts it in sling. Now, Ballistic gets an option of choosing between Rampage or Devotion, especially for comp. Like, in comp, you break a lot of doors, so Rampage is still very, very useful in comp. And it's still a very, very strong, like, main weapon if you want to use it. But, I think in general, most likely, it's just gonna be Ballistic swapping between Devotion and Rampage as a gun weapon. Like, as a sling weapon. Like you're breaking doors or you're using the ocean. Like it's either or. But they're both very, very strong. Both very, very strong. Next up, we have the beaks. I personally think the beaks are really good right now. Like the beaks have a really, really good TTK, and it has the same damage output as the P20s per mag. So you have 10 default bullets. If you get a weapon arsenal, you get guaranteed blue bolt, and basically blue purple bolt is the same TTK as the P20s. So Mosams are very, very strong. I think right now it's just a preference of whether what you prefer. I personally just pick up whatever I find first. If I land on a shotgun arsenal, I'm playing beaks. If I land on a light arsenal, I'm playing P20s. I think they're literally the same weapon. It's just like, I don't know. Like they're actually the same weapon right now. They have the same TTK, the same damage per mag. It's just different. Like they just use different. And I play a lot of movement characters, so having a shotgun that's like accurate while jumping is kind of nice. Like if you're playing Ash, you're playing Sparrow, like you're playing any character that does a lot of movement shit. If you're an MK player in general, like you're jumping around the fucking map doing movement shit, like beaks are accurate midair, which is very, very good. So I personally think beaks are S tier. They're very, very strong. And yeah, they're staying where they are. Scout as well. Scout, I don't think anything happened to Scout, but Scout is still very, very strong. They got the sniper attachment buff, so small buff to the Scout, I guess. Other than that, nothing's really happened. Yeah, nothing's really happened to the Scout. Scout is very consistent, chat. Scout is a very, very consistent weapon. Bro, all of chat just get to laugh at all the new people that joined late, bro. Chat just get to laugh at all the new people. But yeah, Scout, I just think Scout is S tier. It's a very, very strong weapon. You can play Scout very consistently. It does great damage. Very good gun. I think it stays in S tier. It doesn't move anywhere. And then we have Repeater, chat. We have fucking Repeater. Repeater is basically a fucking Kraber when you have that Skull Piercer. That Skull Piercer is insane. It's actually insane if you have Skull Piercer. I think the Repeater without Skull Piercer is S tier. I think the Repeater with Skull Piercer is S+. I think it's genuinely fucking broken. Like Repeater Skull Piercer is absolutely fucking broken. Definitely play Repeater if you find a Skull Piercer. It is broken. You 2-tap headshot. Like you literally just 131 fucking whatever, 130 headshot Skull Piercer charge up, and then you do like immediately like a second headshot for like 69 or whatever it is. People just die. Is literally just a floor Kraber if you find a Skull Piercer. In comp chat, basically everybody will be playing Repeater if they find Skull Piercer, Scout if they don't find anything else, but Sentinel for the accelerator weapons. But it will most likely just be Peters everywhere. Like people will play Peter and Sentinel in comp, and it will just depend on if you have a Skull Piercer or if you need your ultimate. Like accelerator weapon versus like best weapon in the game. So, alright, next up, Nemesis. I think the Nemesis is not S+ anymore because the pairing, I mean, it is still a very, very strong gun, and you should be running it almost every single game in ranked. I'm very on the fence if I should keep it in S+ or move it down to S tier. I mean, it didn't get a nerf or anything, but it's just the like, I don't know. I'm a little bit on the fence if I should keep it in S+. I don't feel like it's an S+ weapon anymore, to be honest. It's like a not necessary if you compare it to other guns. He lost accelerated? Yeah, but that was before the previous patch, so that was like season 24, not the 24.5. I think it's, yeah. I don't think the Nemesis is S+ anymore. It is getting used a lot in fucking ranked. However, you can play Nemesis, you can play Repeater, you can play Scout. The Nemesis is not as necessary anymore compared if you look at all the damage shit, but I'll move it down to S, to be honest. It's still one of the best. It's the best AR in the game. It's the best AR in the game by far. It's the best AR in the game by far. P20s got nerfed. They lost accelerator. They have still the same TTK. They are still very, very fucking strong. However, with the mag nerf and the accelerator nerf, they are literally the same as Mosams. I already talked about it, but P20s and Mosams is the exact same weapon. They just shoot differently. And it's all personal preference. Like I said, right now in ranked, I am just playing. All I'm doing is I'm playing P20 if I land on a light arsenal. I'm playing Mosams if I land on a shotgun arsenal. And then depending on if I get a good light mag early, I'm playing R9 instead of P20s. So basically, the way I choose my weapons, chat, is if I get a light arsenal, I pick up P20s, I upgrade my P20s. If I get a light mag, I go R9. If I don't get a light mag, I stay on P20s. However, if I don't have a light arsenal, I only have a shotgun one, then I'm just playing beaks. So I recommend getting good with these 3 weapons because these are your 3 close range weapons. Unless you have a turbocharged devotion. Then turbocharged devotion is also very, very fucking strong. You can't water down S tier so much. This is genuinely how the guns are, chat. There's a lot of viable guns. There's a lot of viable guns. That's what good. That's good. It's good that there are a lot of strong weapons that are good. Alright, PK, nothing changed. It's still the same care package weapon. It's completely fine. It's completely fine. If anything, if you feel there's too much weapons in S tier, then I can move down the rampage. Like, the rampage can be A+ instead. Like, I'm fine with that, because it basically only gets used by ballistic and sling anyway. Like, gold rampage gets used by ballistic and sling. It's still a very, very strong weapon, but I'm fine with that. PK! And then you have the Havoc. Chat's favorite fucking gun that they think is S+, because they can't fucking wait and hold their horses. Where do you guys think the Havoc is right now, chat? I'm kind of depressed right now that they didn't make Havoc turbocharged as well. Like, they didn't give it the devotion treatment, where if you get a maxed out Havoc, it got turbocharger. I feel like they definitely should have done that. I feel like they definitely should have given the Havoc a turbocharged option, because now they just butchered the fucking recoil and everything. Like, they actually butchered it. Damage nerf, it still does decent damage. It still does decent damage. But they nerfed the hipfire, they nerfed the recoil, move selector, obviously. I just hate the fucking recoil on the thing right now. It's good close range with like a 1x, but like my mid range on the fucking Havoc right now is horrible. Like, I need to practice it way more, but I'm not gonna because it's dog shit. So above flatline, I personally think it's below flatline, but it's pretty much a flatline. It does the same damage as flatline, just has a way worse recoil, to be honest. And then we have another favorite, chat. Another favorite that fucking got put in this season. Where do we think the bow has gone? From a care package weapon into a fucking C tier, F-, B, Manny's favorite. The problem is, chat, the bow has an insanely low TTK. Like, look at that shit. It's just such an awkward damage, where it's like 55 on a body shot, not charge up. So 55 body shot means that you have to 4 tap. No, what is it? What is 55? It's 3 tap blue armor, 4 tap purple, and then it's 5 tap red. That is crazy. So you need 5 body shots to kill a red armor with the bow. That is so slow. And then if you charge it up, then it does 65. And then it's in that awkward range where it does 195 on 3 shots. So you 3 tap blue, but you still have to 4 tap purple. And you still have to 5 tap fucking red. So it literally does nothing. Like, it barely does anything for like the actual like killing people. I personally think they should have done 60 damage per arrow, so you can 3 tap blue armor and then 4 tap red armor. That would have made it viable. And then you also like buff the charge up, so that you can, if you have it charged up, you get 3 tap on the purple. That's what I would have done. 3 tap is 165, so it doesn't even 3 tap fucking blue either. It's so bad. It's so bad. So I think the bow is like, personally, I think when you charge it up, it's like A tier. Not charge up though, I'm putting it B+. Like, it's not good. It's not good. It's just so slow. It's just so slow, man. The only time you can play it is if you charge it up. And on top of that, 40 arrows. Like, you like, what are you gonna do with 40 arrows? 40 arrows and then you can't find a new one? Like, I don't know. Honestly, if I could put it bottom there. Alright, the R301 lovers, you can get above bow. Alright. Here we go. And then obviously the last one is Kraber. Anyone gotta argue Kraber? I hope fucking not. Kraber. Yeah, I like this. I don't think there's any C tier weapons right now, at least, chat. I don't think there is any C tier weapons. I think most guns, like, I think Apex has done a really good job of making most guns, like, decent. Like, I think most guns in the game are decent. Like, even the, like, B+ and the B tier weapons are solid. They are solid. Like, they're not bad at all. Like, I don't feel completely depressed when I pick one up. So, I think Apex has done a great job in that they've, like, made all guns somewhat viable. But then again, when you have maxed out attachments, you have maxed out guns, there is a big difference. But when I'm contesting off drop, I don't really like. The only gun I would be depressed getting off drop is like a bow. Like anything else, and I'm like, it's whatever. Let's go fucking fight. Like a lot of the guns that are placeholders aren't bad placeholders, if that makes sense. Why Mosams? Mosams has a really, really good TTK. They have the same damage per mag as a P20, and they're pretty easy to use. Like, a default mag of the Mosams does 560 damage. Same with the fucking P20 mag. Like, if you have a white light mag, I think it's also like 560. So, white light mag versus Mosams has the same damage output per mag. They have pretty much the exact same TTK when you have a purple bolt. And Mosam, you get guaranteed bolt when you go down Arsenal. So, yeah, Mosams are really, really good. But yeah. Non-charged Devo or R9 at close range. Do not play Devo if it's not turbocharged. Where would you put the throwing knife if it was a regular game? A meme weapon. I would make it an own different tier where it's like clip farming. Clip farming. Alright, I'm kind of happy with this one. Kind of happy. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna upload it on Twitter. I expect tons of likes, chat. I expect tons of likes. Bro, opening Twitter nowadays on stream, it feels so fucking monkey ass. It feels like half of it's fucking porn. Let's see here.